to episode 488 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for April 19th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's going on this week, Dominic?
It's not, I don't know. It wasn't really a lot this week. It might be some background noise on my end, but it's not that bad. For this week, I don't really have much to say. Like, even in sports, there's not really much difference. Orioles are kind of still just finding their way through. They're not doing horrible. Well, don't ask the fans that. But they're like, I mean, they're 8-11 right now. I mean, kind of just in the middle of the pack. It's early in the season, or whatever. I think the worst teams I seen was like Colorado. I know only had 3 wins, and I thought there was another really bad team, but I can't think of one. But anyway, that's it. I know NBA playoffs started. Don't get me talking about that. I don't care. Oh yeah, I have caught up with the UFL though, because I was like, yeah, UFL started, and I forget to talk about it up here. I usually watch the games already when they're already done because I don't remember them. I don't know what time they start or anything, but
yeah.
The DC Defenders, they're undefeated. They beat the champs like the first weekend, and then they won the next 2 games. They were in St. Louis the last game, which is like the two undefeated teams, 3-0, both looking good. I think St. Louis probably favored to win, but DC won the game. The quarterback play is not really good on DC side.
Yeah.
But what are we talking about? DC Defenders. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. They're doing so so far they're doing great. Yeah, but like I said, the quarterback play hasn't been great. But I don't know, probably the whole league is probably like that. I only watch the DC games because on both sides they haven't looked that great. So far, like I've seen some plays where people be like open. I was like, come on, man, you gotta get that guy. These aren't, I know they're not, they're not NFL quarterbacks, of course. So, it's like, hey, there's a reason why they're playing here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I just feel like with the competition is that they'll be able to still, it's a lower competition too. So it's like, hey, maybe they can be better, but I don't know. I just hope they because they had St. Louis had plenty of chances to really break out, because even at the end, because with the rules set now that you can do 3-point conversions or something like that, after you get a touchdown, they could have got it they could have gotten, they were down by 9. They were down by 9, so they could have got it a touchdown and scored. And DC, because DC got down the field, they were goal line a lot, and it's darn, man, you can't punch it in. But I'm enjoying it though. I enjoy watching that, and especially since the local team to us is winning, so I was like, yeah, it's easy to root for that. I think the head coach, because the head coach was not the same head coach I saw before. I think he got accepted at a college or something. So it was a couple of coaches that weren't there because they got new jobs. So that's interesting. Hey, good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. That's an opportunity too for coaches also, to get notice. All right. Where we at here? So that's hockey playoffs about to start soon. So I guess I'll be watching the Caps, and hopefully they don't lose in the first round, like they do, man, when they be number 1. So yeah. All right, so WrestleMania is happening now. You won't have a lot of news, but what's happened so far?
No, yeah, because we talked. I kind of talked generally about what matches were happening last week. We're recording this the morning of night 1 of WrestleMania. I guess the latest news is that maybe Rey Mysterio got injured last night at SmackDown, so he might not be in his match versus El Grande Americano / Chad Gable at WrestleMania.
Hey, where was the SmackDown match?
In Vegas.
It was. Oh, they just have it in Vegas.
Yeah,
okay.
they're the whole week of stuff has been in Vegas, because they're also
even
doing
Raw was.
I believe so. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it'll be this coming Raw will be in Vegas. It was.
Yeah, I'm about to say that makes more sense.
Yeah,
but I noticed that because I went to Peacock. I was trying to look at old Raw again, and they did take it down.
Yeah,
finally they took all Raw down, and now you can look at all Raw content on Netflix. So it's like everything Raw, I think, except for like highlights and stuff like that, you can see on Peacock. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So they took the seasons. I was wondering, they took the seasons. Like, say, are they going to take all the old seasons too, or just
it's so
starting
weird.
from now?
Everything's so like it's like the streaming war in microcosm now, because it used to be just like with Netflix kind of being the only service having the majority of the streaming content. It used to be the WWE Network had everything and had the best interface for looking at that stuff. And then eventually they did this Peacock deal. And then, now some of the stuff you can't watch on the WWE Network, some of it, WWE Network's just going away completely. And now you have this like subdivision where it's like, okay, Netflix has this, and then the CW has this. And if you have the CW app, you can watch this stuff, but it's not on this. But the pay-per-views are still going to be on Peacock. It's just a mess. I admittedly just watch all of it on Netflix now with a VPN. It's just the easiest way to have it. I mean, I still have Peacock, which like maybe I don't even need anymore, because if I'm going to be able to watch the pay-per-views on Netflix anyway, I guess really I don't need Peacock for anything. Not because there's not really much other content we're necessarily watching on Peacock, but yeah, it's just they've ruined it with all of these streaming services. It was supposed to be better than having cable, and it was supposed to be cheaper, and now here we are paying the same or more.
Yeah, and I just feel like,
have so many.
especially with the wrestling, because it's like, dude, can you just either all go somewhere or be somewhere and not split up?
Yeah.
Like, now you're forcing people who probably don't even, like, maybe they're just like, look, I'm just into wrestling, so I'll just get this one, and I might have this other app or something. But now it's like, oh, now you're on Netflix. It's like, well, it's just Raw, and it's, yeah.
Yeah. And it's still it's not as good. Like the WWE Network was great. You could go into those old pay-per-views. You could search for like specific wrestlers, and be able to find that stuff and see where their match starts and see where their match ends on the card. And now it's literally just like everything else. It's just like, here's a television show.
I don't know why could that be in a partnership? Like, hey, okay, it's like you could have sold the app, like, hey, Netflix, whatever, or NBC or something. We're going to sell a whole app. And why can't they just control that?
Yeah, we'll use your backbone, or we'll use your servers to host the media or whatever.
Yeah.
But this will be the interface that, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's because unless they like then go the route of like, this is a launcher for that thing, I think they don't get what they want. Because like what Netflix wants is people in that. Well, I guess they probably don't care as long as you're paying them, right? So
yeah, I was about to say,
because I was thinking, they want you to get into the app because then you'll watch other things.
Technically,
like, why do they care if you watch other things?
Yeah, no, they don't care.
It's not like in-app purchases where like, oh, I get you in the store and then you'll buy something else. Like you're just in for the subscription.
And like technically on like Roku, you can put down a specific show. So it'll go through the app, but it'll go right to that show.
Right.
Because you just want to watch it. So that's not, that shouldn't be even matter. But that sucks. So, but like WrestleMania, so I guess we'll have big news on that next week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. NXT should be starting within moments, actually, because, it's going to be an all-day affair, basically. NXT's Stand and Deliver pay-per-view is going to be this morning, or else this afternoon at 12, and then WrestleMania's pre-show will kick off, and then WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania Night 2 tomorrow on Easter of all days, Dominic. So
yeah,
just celebrate with the Easter.
Yeah, because I know I personally, like, I never really did it much for Easter in my adult years. Like, basically starting from middle school on. I never did, so I never really think of it as like a big holiday. But I know that people do things and stuff. So that is interesting that they would have it on Easter. I mean, I guess they just saw the numbers, just like nobody gives a shit.
These heathens in Las Vegas don't care, Dominic.
Yeah. But and it's why couldn't they do a week before or whatever? Maybe something happened. Maybe Tom Jones had the arena that day. I don't know. But the Tom Jones lookalike. So we get to what we've been watching. So I know we both finished Daredevil. I'm trying to think of something else. Did I watch anything else like fully? Because I know I'm watching that Mickey 17, but I haven't finished it yet. So far, it's good.
And I forgot that Last of Us came back this past weekend, so I gotta watch that.
Oh yeah, you gotta talk about that. I guess we could just talk about Daredevil. So I watched the season finale of it. It was good. I mean, the overall series was good. I think it was a good series. This has definitely had a lot of action in it, of course. As you kind of expected in these type of shows. It's like, oh, they really gonna be in costume at the end. If there ain't no action before, if they wasn't doing costume fighting before, it's gonna be it now. So what else happened? I want to say the weakest character on the show. Well, I won't say the weakest character, but the character that I don't care much for is his girlfriend, who's probably his ex-girlfriend now. It's because of how she. I mean, look, no, I get it. Like, she should be upset because he's not opening up to her. I get it.
Absolutely.
But him
especially
telling
her being a therapist, and psychoanalyzing him and whatnot.
But him telling her about the Kingpin and everything, saying like, look, man, there's a reason why this stuff. I feel like she would be more cautious and be like, okay.
Yeah.
But it just seems like she dismisses it and just says like, no, Kingpin's all right.
Yep.
And like, it's like, oh, okay. It's like, well, then fuck you. I don't care if you get killed or anything. I don't know. But also, when he said that, he said Daredevil saved you. And she said, no, I saved myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Because, I mean, you would have been dead if Daredevil never came. Yes, at the end, you saved him, though. I mean, because you shot the guy, but it would never got to that point. It never got to the point where you got to a gun. And so, I didn't get that statement. And that's what somebody said. A lot of people were saying, like, oh, that's what I hated her. He said, when she said that, I said, oh, I don't care about her.
Yeah, like, where's that coming from? Like, where's her head, like, in this whole, like, mass vigilante thing? Is she just...
Exactly.
Did that experience with Muse, like, permanently just be like, oh, yeah, Kingpin's right about this. All these vigilantes are ruining the world.
And she said that Daredevil, he didn't come to save me. He just came just to go after Muse. And either way, I'm like,
yeah, because what did she say? Like, she was talking about how like all these superheroes are just like kids playing dress up for themselves or something like that. Like they're doing it for their own egos.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh, like how many other superheroes has she analyzed that she come to that conclusion?
Right. She's written a whole book on it, Dominic.
I'm about to say, because right now it seemed like the only person who wore a mask wasn't a hero so far that she know of. So yeah, whatever. But yeah, so she's like, but do I think of like? It's one thing. It's like I don't like her. Is she a bad character? I mean, I don't know. I don't think she's a bad character, but she's not much but I think they need to do more to make me even I post a dislike her. Like, I just don't care. Like, I kind of don't like her, but then I also don't care. It's like, if something happened to her, I'm not going to feel anything. And I feel like for that part, that's more of them like, oh, they didn't write enough to make me care. It's made me just be like, oh, I kind of wish, it's like, I kind of wish just Karen was here. And then, she comes, okay, spoiler, she came at the last episode. I was like, darn, man, I wish they could have had her for just the whole goddamn season and not just
it really makes you wonder what was going on with the production of the show, that they didn't necessarily want like Karen involved or Foggy involved or any of the like main staples necessarily.
Exactly.
The people
like
that humanized
whole
him.
Defender universe that was in all those episodes or something. I couldn't even see the black guy, man. He used to be the hustler or steal stuff. He was in all those shows, like cameo in all those shows. I do like Gandolfini, the son of the Soprano guy. I like where he's going. I kind of figured it'd probably go that route too, because I was wondering, it's like, okay, what's he going to be? And then, I mean, I still don't know. He might end up being like, okay, this is going too far or some shit, but I don't know. But I
say, right now,
I always think as they say, like he's like a little kingpin or something like that. He's like he's
take all that power.
He's gonna be the son. He's gonna be the son he didn't have. But that woman, she's selling out the dude, but then feeling guilty. It's like I like that though. Like, as a show, I like that. But it's also like, something bad happens to you, you deserve it. You're going to hell. You felt like you just had to, but nah. It's like you're a coward. Do you think Kingpin tearing that guy's jaw off was it too over the top?
I don't. It was definitely uncomfortable because I thought he was just gonna like squash his head, honestly, which I don't know if that would have been like more or less realistic. Like, I was kind of expecting like eyeballs popping out of his head or whatever. It was gruesome, that's for sure. They definitely, that last episode more than any of the other ones, kind of felt like they were like, we're trying to earn our like mature rating or whatever, because I think there was some more cursing in there than most of the other episodes, and then of course the violence as well. I do. I don't know. It was over top, but I mean, it was really gruesome. Yeah, it was gruesome. I like
Frank Castle being
too.
there. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was just saying that. That was definitely awesome. Seeing him and him being really part of the story. Am I losing you in audio or something? Because it sounds like,
I don't know. I feel like
on my side
going silent for a couple of seconds, but I just thought it was, in between breaks.
Yeah. I mean, at least my mic is still recording my voice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that, I mean, overall, it was a great series. Yeah. Seeing Frank Castle back, seeing like he's really going to be part of the story or something like that is great. So I hope, I think, was it supposed to be just next year that it comes out?
Yeah, I think we saw last week it was like mid 2026 that it's supposed to come out.
Okay.
So hopefully that ends up being the case. No writer strikes or actor strikes or digital artist strikes in between.
Exactly. I hope it's just like, we just have to wait a year for next one, even though I kind of wish they just would have did more episodes. But hey.
Did you feel like the fight choreography was a little like not as good as that Netflix series? Everything, like, it seemed very obvious that like it was a movie fight. Like, all the punches kind of didn't really look like they landed. They just kind of like pulled them or like missed completely. Especially the news fight was all right, but the one in the underground layer or whatever, it very much was like, I was like, what's going on here? It looks like he missed him there, and then he fell down.
Now, what about the last scene? I mean, the fight in his apartment. How you felt? You felt that's what you felt about that one
better.
too.
I thought that was better, but it's still. I'm thinking there were moments there where I felt the same way, where it's just like, what's going on here? It feels off.
My brain kind of just turns off on those things. Like, I didn't get hype or nothing.
Yeah,
I was just watching.
Sure.
And yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it didn't. Well, obviously, it didn't catch my eye like the Netflix series did. So maybe it was like worse. But yeah, I just kind of just watched it. So yeah, maybe it wasn't that interesting. That's why I didn't really react or nothing to it. Like, I was just like, yeah, because I saw some people comments on the last one saying like, oh, that apartment one was epic. Even though, I mean, I thought it was just, it was okay. It's not like I've seen. It's like
none of them were like the
fights.
hallway scene. None of them were iconic in any sort of way.
Like, I seen the Punisher show have better ones like happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I like that Frank was still the Punisher. He was still killing them. The guy stopped. He said, "Don't." He's like, I'm not gonna play with these clowns, something like that.
Especially when that's gonna be the interesting part for season 2 to me, is just like what happens with him and this like band of rogue cops who are now adopting the Punisher logo as their own. I mean, obviously it seems like they're using this as some level of political commentary, but also I'm just interested in world what that actually is going to mean for.
Yeah, it's almost a Rorschach situation here.
Yeah, exactly. Is it going to be how all these guys
that was in The Watcher
are the world seeing these guys with Punisher tattoos, and even if he's not willingly being the leader, if they've got him locked away and he's not stopping them, is the world going to look at this, or New York going to look at this and be like, oh man, these guys are Punisher's guys. Punisher motivated them to do this,
or at least try to kill him. Mm-hmm. Like, why does he want him alive? Well, what's the plan here?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they wanted to keep him alive after he rejected them, but I think they're still, I don't know, maybe they're still convinced that they'll be able to convince him, that, they're doing the right thing by taking all these mass vigilantes down because that's what he wanted to do at some point.
Yeah, and that one cop, I mean, even those cops, like, you think like after seeing your buddies get killed and stuff, like, you wouldn't even care.
Yeah.
'Cause that's in real life. Like, yeah, you wouldn't even care. You're like, man, he killed 3 people. Our people, man. You can't ask him to be on our side. Like, that takes some type of training of the mind to have that, where you can just look at the guys that you've been with die. Unless, that's what I'm saying. Unless those guys didn't really know those guys that well, that got killed. I'm like, oh, so I guess maybe they were in precincts so far away in New York that they didn't know those guys, so they can go on and be like, okay,
all cops know each other. Huh?
Yeah, but it's just weird that they would be in a point in their mindset would be in a point of like they can just accept him if he had just said, yeah, I'll join you. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, that takes some type of dedication that I don't believe cops will have. like a mindset that you can't just think like that. You can't get that many guys to have that same idea like that. It's one thing to be crazy, but it's one thing to say like, yo, he just killed these guys we were working with, or my buddy or something. I don't know. I think that's a little far reaching with that. I can see if Keenan got like hired some people to be with cops and they were like trained in that kind of way, but it's like these are normal, just crazy cops. They're not. Yeah, I don't know. That it's like you really expecting them to bring, like, to keep him alive after he starts killing guys. I'm like, whoa, y'all really still gonna bring him alive? Really? It's like, okay,
yeah.
Like, y'all supposed to be the ones who are like off the cuff. It's like, so that is a little weird. All right. You got anything else you want to say about the show?
Nah.
All right, so I guess we get to what we're playing. So, what you been playing, man?
So I've mostly spent my time with blueprints this week. I wanted to focus more on that to get an idea of like what's going on there, what extra level of depth there is, because I'm hearing everybody talk about it. You were talking about it last week, and I'm on. I want to say I'm like day 8 or something like that. I might be further along than that. I think the highest rank I've gotten to is 6, and I'm not even totally sure how the ranking works. If it's like as far up the more north I get in the house, I guess is what I'm thinking.
I didn't even know there was a ranking.
Yeah, it says it like in the bottom corner or something like that. And I think and there's a room, there's like a banquet hall or something like that room where if you're level 8 or higher, then you get like a free meal in there every day or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm starting to see like the different types of rooms that you get, and it's very much like I'm always just trying to get to that room at the top, right? Like that's always my main goal, and so far I've very much been getting about, I don't know, like halfway up. The furthest one I got was basically like 2 tiles away, and I actually ran out of steps because one of the rooms that I went in was it takes half of your steps away room, and I was like, oh man. And I unlocked that room, and then I was going to try and go a different way to see if maybe I could avoid it and not step into it. But as soon as I whatever they call it, drafted the blueprints, it took those half steps away. It wasn't even a like once you step into the room thing. So it's like, oh man. So that's the farthest up I've gotten. But a lot of times I just find myself running out of rooms that like lead me into the direction that I want to go. A lot of them just kind of either dead end or circle back on themselves. And
that's how I get.
Yeah, and I don't think there's a way to like rotate the rooms because that would be nice. I think that's probably part of the game is that you can't do that. I got to the billiards room. I figured that puzzle out by myself because I've heard people talking about that one.
I got that early. And I pretty much
It made sense at first I was stumbling through.
Where do you learn how to do it though?
So there's
I read the paper where the guy said he made it, but I don't. It told you how to do it on that paper.
If you, for me, with hindsight in mind, going back and reading that paper after I had solved that puzzle, him indicating that it's a mathematical thing makes you go, oh, okay, I need to do some sort of math here. And then also on the side of the billiards, or not the billiards, the dart game, there are the plus minus division multiplication or multiplication division. So like once and they're in the order that on the board it's, it then equates to. So having kind of stumbled into the solution, because at first I was like, okay, I'm like counting the spaces in between the lines, because I would get through the first one because I just click on the number, and then the second one I try clicking on the one number, and then I try clicking on the other number, and then I try clicking on the number that it was pointing at or something like that. And then I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. And then I was like, oh, what if I add these two together? And then it took me to the next level, but then it introduces the other color. And I was like, okay, now I gotta, what's going on here? I wonder if this is this. So I kind of just like stumbled my way through it initially, but now it makes sense. But I do have, like you were talking about, like not wanting to take notes, but now I have a scrap piece of paper here that now says like this equals this and this equals this. The one that I'm still having trouble with is the parlor one where you have the 3 chests, because it's like one or more of these notes is always telling the truth, one or more of these is always telling a lie, So it's like, and one has the prize in it. Well, actually, now
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense. That makes
I
a
was
lot
about to
more
say,
sense
yeah.
with one of the puzzles that I did. It makes a lot more sense because if it only ever has one prize, then the one note where I saw where it said, there are prizes in both of these and there's a secret key hidden in here, then that theoretically can't be true.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
But I still have trouble with that one because it's like, okay, there's a note on the blue box that says I am a black box. And then or maybe that's what my problem was. Maybe I was reading it wrong and maybe it said I am not a black box. Anyway, either way, that's the one I'm still having trouble with. The one that I'm seeing commonly, at least, because those are
Oh,
really the only two like puzzly things that I've seen
those
so
are
far.
yeah. Those are only two. Yeah, those are only two I've seen too. I mean, except for I guess it's like a puzzle of the whole mansion. I mean, like just the game that. Oh, I learned that the red envelopes are false,
Mhm.
so don't believe anything they say.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I saw someone say, hey, the West Wing, the doors are always locked or
Yeah.
something like
They're
that,
more
and I
frequently
was like,
locked or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And
But
then,
yeah, I haven't played much of it this week though.
okay.
Blueprint. So I think I'm still just on maybe the fifth or sixth day.
Yeah. That's the thing, like hearing everybody talk about like the puzzle aspect of it, it feels like the RNG aspect of it kind of like blocks that for me. Cause I very much feel like, okay, I'm kind of like not speed running necessarily, but I'm like pushing through to try and get a path to that room. And like occasionally I'll see a puzzle, but it's not like if I get blocked, there's a puzzle like in the overall game that I can then solve that would allow me to keep progressing. I literally just have to start over again. And maybe that's like the roguelike aspect of it. So like that's just part of the game. But I very much feel like the puzzles should allow me to progress easier every time I solve one, I guess. Like that's what I would like if the puzzles led to a permanent upgrade or permanent, status change to the game where it's like, okay, if I unlock this puzzle, now I get more rooms that don't have unlocked doors, or now I have, something else. It just feels like outside of a little extra knowledge that I'm gaining, like the billiards game, for instance, now I can solve that pretty easily. So I always get like a key or a key card or whatever kind of mystery item it's going to give me. But it doesn't feel like I'm any closer on day 8 to getting to that last room than I was on day 1. I just feel like I need to get lucky one day.
Oh yeah, I think luck is part of it too. It's I mean, it's a good mix of it.
Although I feel like I did hear somebody talk about like unlocking more rooms or making a bigger pool of rooms to pull from. So maybe I'm just not at that like Vampires Survivors level yet, where like the switch is flipped and you see the actual game past what you think it is. So maybe I'm just like not there yet, and that's why.
Well, I know you can get. There's a point where you can. Oh, if you spend like you got some item or something that can let you pick. Yeah, you say, hey, I don't like these rooms.
Yeah,
so you can discard
I did
it
pick up a dice a couple of times that lets you re-roll the rooms, and I also found like, have you seen the security room?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's some things you can do on that computer console that allows you to kind of manipulate some of the other rooms, which is pretty cool. And then like
it's unfortunate because room. I don't get those. I never got those rooms.
And that's the problem, right? Yeah.
Or I get them and I don't get the security.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah. I just wish there was a way to maybe feel like I'm progressing a little more, but I am having fun with the game. I do walk a little slowly, and I saw like in the glossary or something that there's running shoes or something like that. But like if that's just a one-time upgrade, that would just kind of annoy me. I think it's like, oh man, I'm moving so quickly now.
There is a run button.
Is there?
Yeah. I forget which button it is, but
I feel like
there's a
moron
run button.
I thought I pressed everything to see if I could run, but apparently I did not. Yeah, because it doesn't feel like in the rooms like there's a lot of hidden stuff necessarily that I'm missing. So for the most part, it just feels like I'm just going through the rooms.
Man, it just seemed like it was that one time I saw like a coin on the floor in the hallway, and because I don't see it again, because then I'm like looking to say like, oh, are there coins hidden somewhere? Because where they don't tell you like if something's in this room, but maybe they were, and I just still didn't find it. And can you stoop down?
I don't think so. That was another one that I tried.
Yeah, see now I press yes. I press everything
but
for
since
that.
I didn't know the run button exists, maybe I'm just a moron.
Yeah. Because I was trying to bend down and look at things, and I was like, oh, I guess you can't. But yeah, the run button, I think it was I want to say it was LB that I pressed. Okay. But yeah. So anything else?
No, I think that's it for my impressions of that game right now. What have you been playing?
So let me pull up here. All right. So I tried this new game that came out. It's on Game Pass, and I think it came out recently too, right? Did it release this week, or is it something that released years ago and it came on Game Pass?
I feel like I remember it being an older game, but I could be wrong about that. I don't remember seeing
it's so many similar games.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Game Pass, they will even tell you when the game released, not when it just released on their platform.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is new. 4/17/25. Okay. So Crime Scene Cleaner Simulator is like it's not actually you're not the guys who clean up after like the police, been there and stuff. No, you're actually working for the mob or something, or people hire you to clean up. Because that's all I was wondering. I was like, wait a minute, is this just like, am I working for the cops or am I a bad guy? Then at the beginning, and it's voice acting. I mean, because like the guy who you play as talks. I don't think you see any live people in here. At least I haven't yet. All the people I've seen were dead or you dead. I have to dispose of them.
My goodness.
But so it's just like one of those simulator games. The closest thing, because the only thing I really played was Power Wash Simulator. So or in that Farming Simulator a little bit, which was like that's just too much. I don't know how people spend time doing that. Like God, that takes a lot. But I
just want to go back to the Earth, Dominic.
So. Like you have some items and they can level up, I guess either after you finish your like this mission or something or whatever. I don't know if you can level up while it's happening. But like you have a mop, bucket, sponge. Sponge is good to use on items that can break easily. Because because you don't want to you don't want to break it and then you got to trash it or something like that. But you're trying to keep everything where it was so that nobody would know there's been a crime here. So the mop is good for, of course, mopping the floors. And even like if the walls are really messed up, it's like one of those sponge type of mops. And thing is, they make it so that you got to have the bucket, you got to fill the bucket and put the detergent in there. I don't know how you get some more detergent because I ran out of detergent. So I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. But I mean, I still can wipe, but I think if you put the what's the light, the dark light on there, because you can do hit a button so you can see if there's some residue or something, maybe you'll still see it, even though you can't see it with the naked eye. But anyway, but it gets a little tedious because it's like, okay, I'm cleaning, but then it's like, oh, I gotta put the thing back in a bucket so I can clean the blood off. But then the bucket has too much blood eventually, and then you have to dispose of the. I mean, get a new. You got to pour out the water and put some more water in, and it's like, that's the boring simulator part right now. Yeah, I was like, I got to keep going back and doing that. Like, I don't mind doing this other stuff. It's like, but yeah, it's like, oh, come on. But yeah, I was just putting the room together. But the story part of it, like, just learning what happened here, like going through it. Oh, also because I think you're trying to save up money for your daughter's operation, so that's why you're doing this.
Oh, so you're a good guy.
You can also, yes.
Lisa needs braces,
like Deadshot, because he does it for his daughter. He also they let you steal stuff too. Like there's stuff in here is like, oh yeah, that's extra money. Something like that. Like I saw some drugs. I said, yep, I can sell this. And then I said, I see like a ring or see some like some bills, $100 bills or something like that. I'll pick it up. But like in this first scene, spoiler alert, like for the first one, they're like, I know somebody got killed, but I didn't know. I don't think the guy who killed this guy who had an altercation with knew that there were other bodies in there. Like, apparently he killed a guy, but he had a little secret. He was a serial killer. He was a serial, because I saw blood dripping from the ceiling, like, and the attic ceiling. So it was right there where you could pull it down. So when I pulled it down, a body fell out. And then I went up there. I see all this stuff he does with these girls, dead bodies and stuff. I was like, oh crap. And there was another girl dead body. So I was like, I guess I have to dispose of that scene too and stuff. So it was like, it was a whole lot more. Like, it looked like it was just his apartment. I mean, but now I go up in the attic, it's like a whole lot of stuff to do. So I was like, darn, it's going to be a while. I didn't see but I hate when games will have buttons where it just says like, hey, you save. And they just do the automatic save. Because it's like, I don't know where you're automatic saving. Right. And it's I was just like, I just want that peace of mind of knowing like, hey, it's saved. But when I did a quick, so I was like, I'm not going to play this whole mission right now. Like it's going kind of long right now. So I just did quit. It did say your progress will be saved. I said, okay, that's nice to know. But instead of me spending a minute trying to figure out what the hell they're supposed to do, because it would suck to you maybe start over again. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a interesting game. A game that seems like it's for all ages. To learn how to clean when you have a dead body. You can tell
from these screenshots on Steam of like clowns tied up and blood everywhere.
Oh no, they're dead clowns. Oh my god.
Sorry, spoilers.
Oh, it's so sad. So sad. It's all right, so where are we at here? I also played some. Oh yeah, I did. Got MLB The Show 25 on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
And so I did play a couple of games up there. First, I was really playing exhibition to see how it was. So I was going to send money back if it was too bad. Yeah. But nah, it's fine. Good. It's fine. It's fine for me. I mean, it's a whole lot slower than especially current gen. It's a bit slower than the Xbox One was. But for what I want to do, it's something I just deal with because I really got the itch to play some baseball after watching baseball and have a better Orioles team, out there doing stuff. Yeah,
live the fantasy.
I know they have a whole lot of features, but I haven't done enough to really do that. I was just playing franchise mode. Most likely I will try out the Road to the Show and see what new things to do. But, I don't really do all the classic stuff with the game. I mean, it's cool that it's there, but I always think like I don't have the time. Like if I want to spend it, I want to spend it on a franchise, and I'd like to play other games. So that's why I never get to. Like I really, I kind of feel bad that I didn't get a chance to play those Negro League stuff. I think I tried one of them. But it's like, I just never could find the time for it. And now that game is gone. Like, I mean, well, it's not gone. I can buy it. But see, now people, like, I hate that there isn't, these guys don't set prices to be like, okay, this game's going to be permanently $20 now. Right. because it's messed up when you go there to buy MLB 25 and see the other MLB shows. They're all the same price.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, these are older games, yo. It's like 2K. I mean, it's all the companies though, but it's like, dude, if your game, especially a year-to-year game, you'll set your prices for it that it would never go up to $59.99. It's like, that's freaking, come on, man. That's just real petty. And then because I don't even know if y'all put those games on sale anymore because they're older games. And I see that for games that's not year to year go down, or within the year, like 25 will go down. But I'm like, are you going to bring those games? Because if we ain't going to bring those games down, then that just tells me that, I should just buy when the cheapest 25 is, like with somebody who's just waiting, they should buy it then and just be like, I'll just play this forever. I mean, like until like years later, until like they really updated to something better. But yeah, it's like so weird just to see like, hey, MLB 21 is still $59.99. It's like, come on. I played some more Apollo Justice. I am on the third case of the 3DS game, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the case where you're in that school. It's this weird school that it's like a law school, but they do it in such an anime weird way that it's like, you come in here, you have to pick what kind of lawyer you are. Say, hey, you're going to be a prosecutor, so you train the prosecutor classes. You want to be a defender, defender classes, and then a judge is a separate class too. It's like, wait a minute, no, you're supposed to just be a lawyer, and then you go up to be a judge. You don't go to school and like, I'm just gonna go in as judge, and like that's how they make it though. Yeah. It's so weird. So we're there. I'm playing as Athena, or Arthena. I forgot how you pronounce her name, but she's there with Wright and Apollo, and they're because Mr. Wright got invited there to do a seminar or something, and even teach a class, like a special class, something like that. And he wanted to talk to one of these professors there. Unfortunately, the person he was talked to is dead. So now I'm defending this girl who happens to be Arthena's old childhood friend. Because she's being, they're saying that she did it. She's being blamed for it. And so she's a suspect. So yeah, so I'm just now investigating. I think I just got to the part of about to go to trial for the first time. But yeah, it's interesting, like how they did that. It's funny, but yeah, just getting through that game. I played some more South of Midnight. I got to the part where you saw in the demo, in the most recent long demo they did earlier this year, where you saw like the gator. Well, I didn't see the gator. I mean, you know it's the gator, mm-hmm. but I didn't really see the gator out. Yeah, you saw the island moving.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that. So I'm at the beginning part of that. So yeah, that's all I've really been playing. I mean, the story, like after that chapter 3 story, that was good. Like I like how they went through that, and the music that goes with it too. Like original music, it's like, man, they really put a lot of production into this game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll take a quick break when we get back to the flashback segment.
All right.
And we're back. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure everything's good. Yeah, it's good. All right. And we're back. So let's get to the flashback segment. So we got some games that released in the last week. 10 years ago, we're going back 2015, and we got Mortal Kombat X came out.
Yeah.
The 10th Mortal Kombat game. Well, the 10th, regular one Mortal Kombat game. Actually, technically it's the 9th. I guess they're counting the DC universe versus Mortal Kombat, and that's what I'm assuming.
I think that's technically 7.
Yeah. No. Eight. That's the eighth one because nine
was the reboot. X is after that.
And I think they just want to hurry up and get the X real quick. That's why they included it.
It was very trendy at this time.
Yeah, because it's stupid. They couldn't just skip to it because hey, that's what the phones did anyway. Yeah. That's what everything does. Seem like they wouldn't skip to that. All right. Well, anyway, yes, X. It was a great game. This was the first one of the new consoles. I know that the big player, like the for story mode, was it was basically like just the kids of the Mortal Kombat characters, was of some of them, and Johnny Cage's daughter was like the main character. What was her name?
Cassie Cage.
Cassie Cage, yes, and of course she's the also the daughter of Sonya Blade. Yeah, and it was good. I mean, I like the story in the game. It was all right. Even though I still like. I mean, I think Nine's story overall was still better, just because the whole tournament aspect and like starting out. But 10 was okay. 10 was okay. Well, this wasn't. Yes, this was Sonya Blade was still an okay character because it was until 11 when Rousey, Ronda Rousey came in 11. Yeah, so. Yeah, they just ruined that. They try to get the big name in there, but it's like, This is why you do tryouts. People, you don't just sign them. You say like, hey, we can try you out for this, and we'll pay you whatever for the tryout, whatever, and then like see like she can do it. If she can't do it, it's like we go another way. She probably threatened her. She threatened she'll break their neck.
Snap some arms. They didn't do
it. But I had a fun time. I think I'm trying to think what character did I use a lot in this game in 10. Because Ermac I used a lot in 9. I don't remember 10. I think I used the one who was gay, the guy with the pole. I think I used him a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
He was a new one. He was a new character. Yeah, I think I Yes, and the first openly gay character in Mortal Kombat X. At least I believe so, unless Reptile came out before.
Everybody's a little.
Always thought he was a little funny. All right, what we got here? Titan Souls. Okay, you tell me about this because I don't know nothing about this game.
Yeah, so Titan Souls comes from the studio that eventually also made Death's Door. This was basically like a top-down action game that was very similar to like Shadow of the Colossus. You would find yourself encountering these very large bosses. I didn't play too much of it, but it felt very inspired by that and like a Dark Souls game because it was pretty difficult, and it was kind of, I don't want to say roguelike necessarily, but it had like the death run thing, right? Where if you died, you would have to go back from the save spot and kill all the enemies again. Had a very nice art style to it. And yeah, that's kind of about it. I never like went on to play a ton of it, but it got decent scores, 74 on PC, 73 on Vita, PlayStation 4, 74 on Vita. I think Vita's where I touched it. So it's something maybe worth checking out still nowadays. Seems like it would hold up.
Okay, so you got paid by them to talk about this game again.
They gave me Death's Door for free for review, and then I never reviewed it, so I owed them back, Dominic.
All right, so we have also Halo Spartan Strike came out for the Windows iOS and the Windows Phone. It is a twin stick shooter that's the sequel to Spartan Assault. At least I want to say it takes place after, but I mean, it's technically a sequel no matter what, even as like story wise. But I never played this one because I played Spartan Assault. Wasn't that really interested in it, even though I kept trying to say I'd go back because it's on Game Pass to play, and I'd still always start the same place and stop the same place after the first stage. This game, I don't know if it was better, though it got a high score at 86 on iOS.
Yeah.
I think
feels
that's
like phone games
must
are
be
always skewed, you know.
Yeah, maybe that game. Yeah, you could say like, hey, it's a nice phone game, but on the PC, yeah, 66. That's how I felt from the game when I played it,
Yeah.
and so I was, yeah, they're great. But yeah, but thing is, it's Smart Assault was the big thing, was that it was exclusive to the Windows Phone. You know, they were really promoting that, and yeah, that's not a thing no more.
No.
Fortunately, it was a great phone, Daniel. At least that's what the only guy who I know had one told me.
Yeah. I'm shocked that this never ended up coming to the Xbox. You know, it's PC and mobile exclusive. And it's kind of crazy that
I thought it did.
Did. No.
Spartan Strike. Oh, Spartan. You mean Spartan? Yeah. You mean Spartan Strike didn't come? Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Spartan Assault was on there, but Spartan Strike never made it to the Xbox, and it doesn't seem like they're making any efforts to to bring it now.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's probably not. It's a waste of time.
Throw that into the Master Chief Collection when it releases on the PS5.
All right, so Psychonauts was released. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going back 20 years now, and Psychonauts was released 20 years ago on the Xbox, and I think it played on PC not that far after.
Yeah, no, it looks like it came out the same day, yeah, and then PS2
in North America,
was later in June.
That's what. And I think I just played the Xbox version of that game, because when I got Xbox, that's when I picked it up, and I really enjoyed it. The story was really funny. I like the gameplay. This real creative way of using psychic powers, and there's a story element of it, even creative of how they go to the minds of guys. It just it just reminds me that I did beat Psychonauts 2, and that was well done also. Like they did some really cool games, and I wonder what the hell was going on.
Yeah, Tim Schafer and those
guys. Yeah, exactly. It's been a while since we see things from them.
We'll get lucky at the Xbox showcase in June or whenever.
I'm surprised, because they were. You remember at one point, before they were even bought by Xbox, they were just Double Fine. They were doing their own little things, come on arcade.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised we haven't got anything like that. Really from them.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting time for them. I wonder if they just feel like they can't do that anymore now that they're under the Xbox banner. Because they would do like the Game Jam, like an internal Game Jam thing where you've got like each of the developers there just making their own little thing, and then they, figure out which one's worth going further with. I thought that was a really cool time for them.
They said they stacked 2. The Ukrainian War edition. But I was like, stop. But Psychonauts, man, I really had so much fun with this. I mean, go ahead. You can talk about it.
Like you said, it was pretty awesome for the time. I mean, especially for the time. Going back to it now, it does have its controls are a little rough. This was a time where 3D platformers were still getting refined, as far as controls go, even though you can look back at Super Mario 64 and be like, oh, they nailed it. Like, not really. But yeah, I remember there being some issues with the camera, but outside of that, to me, it was a kind of near perfect game. It did have it struck the right chord as far as comedy goes. It told a pretty nice story with Raz trying to become a cadet to this, psychological warfare kind of CIA type group, like his parents, and being at the summer camp, going into each of the people's minds, and then having each of those minds be in kind of this unique environment to explore, and giving you a new power with each one, where you're getting like a ball to ride on, or a balloon to float with, or something like that. Yeah, I would I would like to see like a remaster of this. I don't need a remake or anything like that, but just to like get those controls up to the level of Psychonauts 2 and then just play both of those games I think would be really cool.
Yeah, because I think I've gone back, like even before Psychonauts 2 came back, I gone back to Psychonauts, and yeah, that's really was the holdback for me is the controls. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, oh man, just trying to learn that. But yeah, man, I'm looking at it, I was like, darn, I want to kind of go back to this game. Like this is
exactly.
Man, this looks good.
Yeah. I liked that game so much at the time.
All right, so you didn't want to put WrestleMania 21, Daniel?
No, I think this is one of the many bad ones. You know, the Xbox ones I don't remember being particularly great. It's just
become a legend on the front. It's just become a legend.
Yeah, and it did with a 56% score on Metacritic. It's legendary.
Yeah, look, Game Informer gave it a 5.75. Darn.
That means they definitely didn't get any of that money.
I just want to know what did they do? What did they do in this that made it so bad or didn't do?
Yeah, I don't remember because I remember being excited about like Raw and like, look at how good these graphics are. This is exclusive to the Xbox. And then everybody was like, "Oh, this game's trash."
Yeah, I just remember the graphics. So that's what I saw in the magazine. I was like, "Oh man, Xbox going to have the best version wrestling game." And it turned out, they didn't. Mm-hmm. Despite an upgrade in visuals and fully voiced career mode, the game was met with very mixed reception due to its gameplay. Rather than being an upgrade, a pre-existing game engine, it was virtually built from the ground up, as well as containing numerous glitches that crippled the gameplay experience. Mm. Okay, yeah, so that's
well done.
All right, so that's it for it. It was pretty short. Flashback segment. Yeah, it's not many games came out this week.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like games that were re-released on other things and that nature. But so we'll take a quick break. We'll get to the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. So let's get to the gaming news. What we got, Dan?
All right. First up, Dominic, out of Star Wars Celebration happening in Japan right now. We got a first look at Star Wars Zero Company, which is a tactical strategy game from Bit Reactor and Respawn. That's coming out 2026. Basically, this is XCOM meets Star Wars. And it's got some pedigree from XCOM because Bit Reactor, I didn't realize I had heard this name previously, is a new studio in Hunt Valley, Maryland, which is where Firaxis is. So it's actually got some former Firaxis alumni as well as people from many other different game franchises. So this has the possibility of being really cool, Dominic.
Yeah, man. I wonder, and that's interesting because they're doing the Star Wars, you said, and while Firaxis did Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They still did it, man.
But they did. I think it's actually a good game. It just did not do too well.
Did not do the sales. Yeah.
I hope this one is more successful.
Yeah, it maybe. Yeah, because I don't know how much production value this will be in. Because Bit Reactor, like, what else is this?
This is their debut, I believe.
This debut. Oh, okay. And Respawn. I mean, is this also is EA putting anything to this too?
Yeah, EA is publishing this game.
Okay, this is a published EA game. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I think Respawn is basically acting as like the Star Wars liaison now for EA because they've had so much success with the Jedi Survivor games. I think they're put onto this. It's probably Bit Reactor that's doing most of the development of this, but there's some arm of Respawn that's kind of handling
the space game. That's the flight game. That's a space. It's all space.
Which one? Oh,
the Star Wars.
Yeah, the dogfighter.
I know it's
one.
EA, but like
I don't remember what actual studio worked on that. To be honest with you. So what was that? Squadrons.
Yeah.
That was developed by Motive, who is the one that is working on the Iron Man game now, and previously worked on the Dead Space remaster.
I didn't know there's an Iron Man game coming out.
Yeah, there's an Iron Man game coming out. There's a lot of Marvel games. I kind of forgot about.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, I know it's Blade, Captain America,
other Captain America, or no, other Black Panther game. There's 2 Black Panther games.
Black Panther. Yes.
The regular Black Panther, and then there's the old Black Panther with Captain America game.
Oh, see, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. The Captain America game I was talking about was the one with the black. Yeah, and there's another Black Panther game, and yeah, I didn't know there was an Iron Man game coming out. That's new, and Wolverine, of course.
Yeah. Peak saturation.
Potential. Yeah, it's potential. Hopefully, most of them will be good, if not all of them. All right. So what else we got, man?
All right, we got.
Oh no, not my fault. Let me talk more about this Star Wars Tactics thing. Yeah, I mean, this just seems like out of space because are you playing as the? Is this about the clones or is this what are you?
It seems like you got a ragtag group of assorted Star Wars.
Oh, okay. So you're the good guys.
You're always the good guys.
Well, even though the clones were the clones, during the Clone War, they were technically like the good guys, quote unquote. But yeah, like what time period this supposed to take place?
This is during the Clone Wars. They say it's set in the twilight of the Clone Wars, so I guess near the end, basically.
Oh, so that's why I thought clones. Okay, I was thinking, I was like, I could have sworn I heard someone. Okay, so yeah, but you're not the clones. You're just a rag, or you're a ragtag group of clones or something.
Well, I say ragtag because you're clones. There's a guy that looks like a human character. There's a weird Star Wars looking alien sort of guy.
Look you're one of them, huh, Daniel? The clones aren't humans.
The clones look like clones, Dominic, and humans look like a guy without a clone mask on. That's all I'm saying. Don't box me in.
All I want to know about the clones, Daniel, were they only made to not have different actors? Is that the only reason they were in the story? They
only wanted to pay one man.
But no, it don't make sense because stormtroopers, they're all different people. They have masks on, so that's how you get away with it. And they could have done that too. They could have done that. So no, I still think it's good. The story right now, because everybody has warped it to be something good. but the thing that George went that way, that said, "Oh, we did mention Clone Wars. We gotta make something with clone." It's like this the route he went.
Yeah,
it's so weird. It's like this is the route you went with how the clone stuff worked. It was confusing as fucking shit when I was at that movie theater. I didn't understand what the fuck. Because I was like, wait a minute, are the Jedi work with the bad guys? Because I was thinking stormtroopers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you see these white helmeted guys, and you're like, this, like, what's going on here? These are proto stormtroopers, right?
Yeah, I had to look at that movie a couple of times and then read about it. Basically, it was like,
how did that actually? Who sabotaged the clones to make them all like Order 66? When did that happen?
I want to say it happened during their production.
Did Palpatine get with the Geonosians or whatever island?
Yeah, I want to say that he did, or I don't know. Was he Palpatine at the time? I mean, did they see him as Palpatine, or they just saw him as Sidious?
Right.
Because because when he puts that cloak on, he's in a disguise, and you can't tell who he is. God, this shit. Oh man, it's just amazing. People say how Clone Wars, the cartoon, and all this stuff, or books, or cons, hey, they made it all better. But I was like, yeah, but for people who just watch the movies, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's freaking horrible, and it's like and I tell people, oh, if you watch the TV show, so you telling people to watch how many episodes or something like this to find out I was good. Come on, man. That should add to it. It shouldn't fix it. That should not happen. the TV show should not be able to fix what was wrong. It should just add to it. All right. All right. So what else we got, man?
All right, Dominic. So I think this news came out basically immediately when we recorded the podcast last week, but Sony has raised the price of the PS5 again, this time in Europe and a couple other markets, not the United States, but like Australia and New Zealand.
That's right, not here.
Africa.
Pussies.
Now, I'm trying to remember this though, right? When this happened last time, they did a similar thing where they didn't immediately raise the price here, but they did eventually raise the price here, right? Or
no,
we got unscathed.
No, we got unscathed. They never rose the price here.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Oh! Did you get charged, Daniel? Did it jump your ass?
They took extra money out of my bank account, even though I had it for like 2 years at that point. They were like, no. I do wonder how soon after the release of the Switch 2 their AAA games go up in price, though, here.
And for everybody who's telling people like, well, just get the Switch bundle. If you don't want to pay $80. Okay, so how long is the Switch bundle supposed to? Yeah. It's like, so it's going to be, so if I don't get the Switch bundle, and who's to say, just because I have the money for Switch bundle now, it doesn't mean I'm going to get it, because I might not because it might be pre-orders and stuff, and it sells out.
Yeah.
So that's still $80. Like, y'all people talk like that's the bundle forever.
I hope that that they're smart enough that they're basically like, any of these Switch 2 boxes can become a bundle with like a sticker and a piece of paper that we slip down into the
smart enough.
Yeah.
You know, why lose money when you can just get these sheep to just get it for $80?
That's a good point. I don't know. Benevolent enough, I guess, is what I should say. Yeah. So speaking of the Switch, because like the Sony thing right now, that doesn't really have too much an effect on us, and hopefully remains that way, depending on the way, the world economics work out. But similarly, we saw those kind of delay the news about the Switch 2 and the launch of that. Well, the launch of the pre-orders of that. We now have official confirmation that pre-orders will take place on April 24th in the United States. The price point for now, at least, is going to remain the same for the console and the console bundle with the game. But the accessories are actually going to be increasing in price. So the accessories, which I already thought were kind of excessive in price, we're now looking at like $85 for the Pro controller. $85 for a controller, Dominic. A basic controller. We're not even talking about elites here. And then Joy-Cons, $95.
It should be more. It should be more. What did it think?
Of course, adjusted for inflation. This is the cheapest the controller's ever been, Dominic.
I mean, I haven't looked at anybody reasoning for this, because it's no reasoning. It's like, so I don't even care. Like, unless, haven't come across it, I should say, like on the internet, people who defend Nintendo and stuff. But I'll say what they probably think is that the technology that they have in those controllers, man. These new Joy-Cons are just so advanced.
That has been the previous argument, like with the original Joy-Cons.
That they should possibly be $200.
Well, it's got IR, Dominic. It's also got an NFC reader. It's got HD Rumble. I've definitely seen that argument with the original Switch when those controller prices came out, because even those for the time was a premium over everything else.
Yeah, that's what we were really seeing, like when they came out, and then actually probably even before then. I think when it got to like how much were the Xbox One and PS4 controllers? I think that's where I start really like, oh, these controllers are
they're like
up there.
55, 65, I think.
Yeah, and I was like, that's too close to a game. Yeah. That's how it used to be. Well, it was more than a game. Yeah, because $59.99. So it was like, it was.
So it might have been
$64.99. I never paid. Yeah, so it was like I never, unless like for a brand new game, I never paid it more than what. I never bought a controller more than what a game was. Like, so that was a new concept to me. And then, but at least with them, they had sales, you know, every now and then. And yeah, Nintendo sometimes had hardware sales, but but more times than not, though, those things were the regular price. You know, like,
yeah, not in the same way. Because now at least, you see Xbox One controllers regularly for like $39.99. Sometimes if it's an actual like real sale time of the year, it'll be cheaper than that.
Yeah, Sony seemed like is only doing the special holiday times, man, or like maybe Amazon sale or something. But yeah, they don't. But for their standpoint, they looking. I see like. Man, who are we going against? The only thing going against is like Nintendo, and they don't bring their prices down. So what the fuck? So this is like, they don't really bring them down a lot as much as Xbox. Xbox, I mean, for obvious reasons why.
Yeah, geez,
they bring theirs down.
DualSense right now $75 on Sony's website right now. An Xbox one is $45, but that's on sale down from $60.
From 60. Yeah. So, I mean, that DualSense angle is that's why, because that technology.
Again, like, that's the argument that you see. And there's definitely something there more than the Xbox controllers. I mean, it's got the haptic stuff in it.
Yeah. Because Xbox controller is not there's not much more to it than the previous one.
Right.
Than the previous Xbox controller.
Yeah, there's really not.
But and then I'll be like, well, some of you do senseless one then. Shit. It's like fuck, I don't need it. But
I will say we're in like a renaissance of third-party controllers actually being good and useful and quality now, though. So you do have options from like 8BitDo in the like $20 to $30 price range, and in some of those you are losing something.
The Mad Catz era.
The Mad
Catz era.
Yeah, you're losing some of those features, because I was actually looking at some of the like smaller style controllers for my daughter. But some of them, it's like, okay, this one doesn't have rumble, or this one only comes in wired version. And, you know, that's unfortunate, because like I wouldn't have a problem with the wired version, except for the fact that I'm like, oh, then I can't like charge it at the same time. I got to like figure out how to make that actually work with like the Switch and stuff in the way that we utilize it. And especially because like the port's on the bottom of the Switch. So that's another reason why it's nice that the Switch 2 does actually have.
I mean, this is why you just have to have money. You just have to have money where it don't matter. None of this stuff matters.
Nothing.
Like these looking exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of nothing mattering, I am going to make an effort to pre-order a Switch 2. I am at a point where I know that it'll get use, even if like I'm not going to use it over the lifespan of that thing. My daughter will grow into the age where she will absolutely, you know, take it on as her own, most likely, if she remains, you know, as into video games as she's beginning to get. And there is some concern for me that, you know, this might be the quote unquote cheapest that the Switch 2 is. You know, if we do see tariffs go up at some point, or get instated in some real kind of way, that they might actually introduce a price increase. You know, so I'm still here for it. You know, that price for the system itself didn't originally, you know, shoo me away. The games are still something that I'm gonna have to look at on a price by price basis and see if there's ways to minimize the hurt there, whether it be them doing their like dual pass thing again, where you buy the tickets and then you get like a discount on the thing, or, you know, find points cards at different retailers for slightly cheaper. So I'm saving $5 here or $5 there. But it is something, especially with one of the launch titles being Mario Kart World, and that being currently the most accessible game for my daughter, I think we will absolutely get some use out of that thing. And it doesn't hurt that then will also have it to talk about for the podcast to some extent. So I'm going to make an effort. I'm hoping that they have allocated enough stock to the United States that this isn't going to be a painful process and I can actually get one with relative ease, you know, whilst putting forth the effort. Because I plan on, I think targets they're saying are going to go live at midnight. So I'm going to either try and take a nap or stay up to get in on that. I want to get that 5% red card discount, Dominic. Otherwise, I'm probably going to also have like a Walmart open as well. I saw some talk that like Amazon's not going to have these available for pre-order, and I guess that sucks for them. But man, they still seemingly don't have a very good relationship with Nintendo after all that like DS Hingegate stuff or whatever that happened so many years ago.
I know, man, because it was, and yeah, that hurt because I used to love to get the digital from Amazon and get a discount or something.
That was nice. Yeah, that's the thing I miss is like when we did at least see, you know, being able to buy digital vouchers basically from different retailers, and those retailers at least would still throw a discount on these things occasionally.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is, you know, Trump's DOJ needs to investigate these guys for monopoly or whatever. Nintendo can't keep getting away with this.
Oh man, it's like Trump be going for the wrong things, man. Like I don't know why he doesn't. Like he should have went to Japan to force them to put the games on the Xbox. I mean, America first. And
exactly, poor Phil Spencer. His company's dying here. Should have been at the inauguration, Dominic.
Yeah.
Although I think his boss was there, wasn't he? I can't remember. I want to say.
Was the Microsoft guy was there? Yeah, I'm about to say.
Or maybe I'm thinking of the Google guy. I might be thinking of the Google guy. But
yeah, I know the Google man.
Anyway, so this news came out. I thought it would maybe come out alongside, but it seemed like it came out like a day after. But the Mario Kart World Direct, they had that on Thursday. It didn't really seem like it added too much information to me. I mean, part of it is because like Mario Kart's going to be Mario Kart in a lot of ways, right?
This is for people who are new to Mario Kart.
Basically, it almost felt that way. They did elaborate on some of the stuff that we saw in that original trailer, like the wall grinding or wall riding, and then the grinding and stuff like that. And the different costumes that you would get. But the one thing that they brought that was kind of new.
I want to see some more swimsuit costumes for the.
Oh no! Are you on that side of the internet now, Dominic? Are you?
It's like I came across some with Daisy.
I came across it. Just happened to appear on my feed.
Yeah, that's all. Well, that's because I was searching something the Mario Kart Direct and seeing what people are saying about it, and yeah,
it just auto-filled to Mario Kart World swimsuits. Yeah, I get it. We've all been there.
But that's what Marvel Rivals seemed like is a big thing too. Like
that's. I was going to mention that since you brought up the swimsuits. Yeah, there's going to be allegedly a swimsuit update for Marvel Rivals as well. Which, like, gee, mini Christmas, Dominic. That was already a game where they were doing all they needed to, and now with some swimsuits.
There we go. And that's somebody said, if I don't see Captain America, Wolverine with the biggest bulge, I'm out. He said, but also I think it's a comic to go along with that. They're gonna have a swimsuit comic.
Yeah,
I think they already have. They have that every so often, maybe.
I think they had done away with it.
I know Street Fighter did that
for a while, but yeah, they're returning to that now. Because I remember having those playing cards.
Because it's Trump's America, baby. That's why.
Yeah, back when I had the trading card collection, the Marvel stuff, there were a couple of the swimsuit ones that I had. So returning to the grand tradition, Dominic. But. Yeah, so the biggest thing coming out of this Direct was that there will be missions in the open world, which just makes sense. I mean, you don't create an open world like that and then just like have it be completely empty. It does feel a little barren. Like I've seen people talking about that and complaints about it. But you know, there does seem to be a lot of just kind of open road. But as long as they make the environments interesting to drive through, or at least transversal fast enough that I'm not like the sailing in Wind Waker where you're just kind of like, I'm going to fall asleep doing this, which during Wind Waker, I definitely did a couple of those times.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah. I was like, man, I say, like, look, it's nice, yes, that is a boat, but yes, be real here, people. People got lives. Like, I was saying, y'all don't appreciate people got lives to do other things, or people like to play other games too. Come on, man.
Can't play other games. Our games only, Dominic. How dare you?
No. Well, Nintendo, you got more than one game, don't you? So let me have some time. Like, it's like, dude, you gotta make it at least go faster. So don't make it a fucking upgrade.
Yeah.
And don't be some shit like, hey, if you collect a lot of these Doku nuts, you can make the ship go faster or some shit. And I was like, man, get the hell out here, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was kind of it. It really wasn't a lot of new information. It wasn't... I saw a lot of people coming into this going, this needs to justify the $80 price tag, and I don't think it did outside of Nintendo just kind of laying its dick on the table and saying, this is Mario Kart. Like, what do you want?
People who argue saying, like, all the content they got is, like, how it would have been like DLC. So yeah, this is worth it. This is worth the price.
Interesting. That's an interesting argument, I guess, but it's not DLC. So maybe they screwed themselves.
Like I said, I mean, I don't give a damn. I say, I mean, I've seen open world games and stuff be whatever. So it's like, don't mean that'd be less than this. That costs less. It's like, there's no. I mean, look, if you can afford it. And you don't have to think about it, that's fine. And if you saying like I'm just sacrificing spend $80, then that's fine too. It's just I don't know. It's not perfect. Like I said, if I had a certain kind of income, yeah, I will probably just end up getting this. But I don't, so I'm like, well, just whatever.
If the time comes and the games are there, then maybe they'll convince you. But otherwise, yeah. All right, Dominic, that is all I had as far as news goes. Anything else that you saw that you wanted to discuss?
Probably not. Honestly, let me see what they got here.
We talked about the biggest news. The swimsuit's coming to.
Yeah, yeah, Marvel. I didn't look at them though. I just saw the.
I don't know that I've seen any
Twitter
screenshots of it yet. I think I just saw.
Because also it was like the comic part, the comic look of it. That's up there. Yeah. Okay, I see Emma Frost, but I think that's just
normal
is
skin.
That a swimsuit? Yeah, like it's just a normal skin. Yeah. No, I don't think I've seen it. Oh yeah, isn't there a game? I saw something that was supposed to be something cross during the celebration, the Star Wars celebration. There was a game that was shown and supposed to be a crossover with something Star Wars. Let me see. Star Wars. Yes. I know that. See, you got the XCOM one. You got the
new Old Republic stuff.
Yeah, I saw it because it looked like, oh, this looked nice, but it probably was a phone game. So then I was like, oh, this is bullshit. But yeah, forget it then.
Yeah, Darth Malgus is coming to. They're doing a Darth Malgus thing for Knights of Old Republic. Now that game is that free to play at this point? Or is it like MMO free to play where you can do like a certain
Oh
level
yeah,
of
yeah.
things, I guess?
It's yeah. It's free to play. Yeah, it's free to play.
Okay.
Because I had played it years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Legacy of the Sith. But yeah, I don't see any other game stuff coming up here too much.
Oh, maybe there's something else. Maybe there was some other thing.
Oh, I got a commercial. I'm in the wrong browser, Dominic. I got a commercial. Costco, bunch of balloons.
Oh, you do talk more. Want to talk some more about the Oblivion rumors? They got screenshots.
That might be released by the time you hear this podcast. If the continued rumors.
I don't care. I mean, I don't.
There's
believe those
screenshots
rumors.
out there now, so theoretically it's real.
Yeah, no. The game. I say the game is real, but it's I don't think it's coming out like, oh, this is about to drop now. I was like, nope, I don't think it is.
It feels kind of crazy that they would make that a shadow drop thing.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like, say they ain't gonna drop it now when they're already showing Clair Obscur. Well, why would they have all that and then drop this now? Yeah. I do feel kind of bad.
That would be the same week as Clair Obscur, right? Because that comes out next week.
Yeah, that's why I say those people, they're idiots. Say they ain't gonna do that.
They're like, this is for releasing it on the PlayStation, and then they're just gonna bomb their sales.
But there is, that group that was making the Skyrim Oblivion, and that's still coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because they've been working on it for years,
right?
And they said they're still. Hey, we're still doing it. And they were trying to tell people, because some people were being nasty with but that's the same. You knew these people were doing this thing, and you're just going to release this now, and you could have been working on the next Elder Scrolls. The next Elder Scrolls. But I don't know when they started. Like, I don't know how that works. But the thing is, like someone says, like, look, I mean, it's nice that those guys are doing that, but this is but that's his property. It's his own property, man. It's like, what the hell? But you still might get that game. I mean, because like you said, you just get 2. I mean, you just play that too. It's
just like the Metroid 2 thing, right? Where they had the fan game and that came out right about the same time as the official remake of that.
Yeah, but this is different because it's like, you knew for years they were doing this game, and you didn't expect them to do a remaster because it seemed like Elder Scrolls wasn't doing, because they were working on other things, and now it's I mean, it's just a different situation. But I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, hey, you have 2. Like, one of those games is free. I mean, so it's like, get that. Well, and this is free-ish if you got a Game Pass. But I mean, got that. I mean, So yeah, it's like whatever, man. You just get more. You just get more and see what they do and see how it compares. Yeah, man. I think it's cool that they're doing Oblivion, though. Like, I do want to play this again. I do want to play this game again. Oh god, so many games. Maybe some Avowed grab me more. Maybe I need to force myself to play Avowed, and maybe it'll be able to click for me, and I'll be like, there we go. I'm in the world, baby. But you know what killed it for me, Dad? It killed it knowing that I can't have a romance in it. So I was like, I can't fuck that elf chick. Oh, fuck it. No, fuck this damn thing. Is that?
Oblivion won't stop me from doing that.
It's like what's we call? Yeah, no, but darn, I don't remember in Oblivion what.
Damn, me neither.
You probably could. I just don't remember it. What is it? What's the game, Daniel? The Outer Worlds.
Yeah,
Outer Worlds didn't have that. Right, they didn't have that. They said, they want. Because say, we just want you to, because we want you to be, but the reasoning didn't make sense for not having it. They said it because they want you to, like, to choose your companion based on, like, you really like them in a friendship, not that you're just trying to romance them. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm still going to pick the prettiest girl, even if I don't fuck her. It's like, what the hell? Like, I'm joking though, because it don't matter. They good or not. But
says the guy who kept Miranda in his party the entire time. I get it, Dominic.
Yeah, I actually didn't, man. Because my first playthrough through Mass Effect, like, because I'm an Ashley guy, and I was loyal to her. It was hard, Daniel. It was hard, but I said no. Though I did, but though technically I did do like a save, and then I did like a little master, and then I said no. And then I said, oh, that's just to see what happens. But yeah, I still loyal to Ashley. Even though I was like, oh, I'm gonna have blue balls for like 5 years until I see her in 3 years. But yeah, man, yes, man, it's quite a few games out there, man, and it's still games I still haven't played. So it's like it's not like I'm missing out on anything, like, because I got plenty of stuff or like to play right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There were some new PS Plus games announced that they're going to be getting.
Oh yeah.
I thought there were, or maybe new Xbox. Like
Xbox, I know they announced some new games coming this month. Well, not necessarily new games, but games returning, like Grand Theft Auto 5's back on Game Pass and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I played just a little. I mean, just to try it out, because it's the legendary one. Yeah. They got both versions.
Yeah, I saw that. Thought it was weird that they had 2 on there, and then I scrolled over and I was like, oh, okay, this one's like the enhanced version, and then this is the older version.
And the legacy, I think legacy, whatever. Yeah, and the game runs. I mean, but I also got a new draw, so I can't really compare it. I also got a new video card, so I was saying how like the load times or whatever on that one, because they say it's supposed to be better on this newer one. So I was like, oh, okay. I forgot what it was. I mean, it probably wasn't nothing really new. So, what's the new release we got? Like, only got one.
Yep, one quote-unquote new release, Dominic. If you're a PlayStation fanboy and have an Xbox or a PC, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is now available, so you can play that game. That is a game neither of us really ever returned to, isn't it?
The Great Circle alive. That's nice.
Might have been more interesting if it was the Lion King tie-in. That's a game that I feel like I should still go back to at some point, but it just didn't draw me.
It just reminded me. You just reminded me.
You just forgot about it, basically?
Yeah. Because I didn't even download it yet. Because I was downloading old games I had. Because my hard drive had gone up. I forgot about it. And now, like, darn, I gotta finish that game. Oh, yeah, I started, like, doing a speed run of Trails because I gotta play through that shit all over again. But I'm kind of just speeding through, and I'm getting through it pretty fast though. Like just going through conversations, like hitting, because they make it, they make it really easy to do that, because they have it where you just hit the start button and say skip all.
Oh, nice.
Like, just skip all the but there's a problem, because I didn't think it skipped the actual choices in some instances you make.
Weird.
So I didn't get like a S rank in like after a chapter or something, because I guess I didn't choose. Well, I guess they just automatically make you choose the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, because the story's still the same.
Canonical thing, Dominic, and sometimes that's not the best one.
Oh no, the choices aren't like it changes the game. Okay. The choices are it's mostly superficial. It's like this, like, hey, are we supposed to go right or left? And I say we go. Okay. Oh, we should go the left path. And then they say, no, that's wrong, the right path. And you end up going the right path. You know what I mean? It's just that you pick the right one. Like, I mean, it's not exactly like that. It's because you can pick, like, you don't have to, you're not guessing a choice, because as you're going through the story, it's things that you should know. Like you say, hey, so who do you, like you're doing maybe like a crime case or something, and saying like, who stole it? And then you had to pick the right person who stole it based on the clues you had found or something. But yeah, because all they do, I think, if you pick the wrong person, it's not like, oh, this person goes to jail or whatever you choose them to do. I think they eventually get the right person, and then they just say,
locking
like,
people away, sending the wrong people to
and
El
sometimes
Salvador. Dominic, way to go.
In the old game, they'll play it off like you picked the wrong thing, but then they say like, "Hey, that's how they say." Oh, I was testing you. It's something like that. He's like,
okay.
It's like because they still want to make the character like, "Oh, he ain't that stupid." You say you're just stupid. You just picked the wrong thing. He'll tell us guys like, "No, I was just testing you." Say that does, yeah, that's not right. Let's say, okay. Oh, I see the Accountant too, man. Yep. I'm seeing the trailer for it.
There you
now
go.
I gotta watch Accountant again.
It's got Batman and the Punisher finally coming together.
Yeah, I know. Batman and Punisher. Ain't that something? All right, man. And so that's it.
Yeah, that's it. We'll wrap this bad boy up. You can follow us all on Twitter. Dominic's at DStallworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. Superpod.com is the website. You can check us out there, as well as Bluesky, which I forgot to mention there, at superpod.com, at regulusmb.sky.social, and Dino Man's at DominicStallworth.bluesky.social. The website, of course, superpod.com, has all of our previous podcasts, as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as iTunes, YouTube Music, and Spotify, and Amazon and Audible, and anywhere else you find an audio podcast. I feel like there are so many services that just like grab our content and try and make money off of us, Dominic. So basically anywhere you listen to a podcast, you can find us. And until next time, guys, talk to you later.
All right, see you.